Hello everyone, it's Ethan from the Orlando Tourist at Universal Orlando Resort on Wednesday, August 17th. And we were at Busch Gardens yesterday. We went to Adventure Island and we rode some Gwazi to celebrate National Roller Coaster Day. Had a special behind the scenes tour, so if you're interested in that, definitely check out that video. But today we're now at Universal Orlando checking out all the Horror Nights updates. There's a bunch going on and we're going to show you guys everything. Before we head into the parks, on the way here I got some footage of the new billboards they're displaying on I-4. We'll show you guys the one they were displaying for the weekend. They also have a generic Never Go Alone, and they have a Halloween with Mike Myers also that they're displaying right now. But I will put some footage that I got on the way here, pull over on the side of the road to make sure I can get some footage for you guys. Definitely take a look. So we have some Halloween Horror Nights billboard advertisements going on I-4. We have 3 of them. I've taken pictures of all 3, but let's see if we can get a video of the weekend one. We're just waiting for it. We're pulled over on the side of the road. Come on, weekend. There it is, the weekend. On top of all the scare zone construction that we have going on, we had a huge announcement yesterday for Horror Nights as well. So we're gonna cover that. So let's head into the park. It's just a very like bluish, cloudy-ish day out. It's not like, I don't know if it'll rain or not, but it's not very sunny out or anything. It's just kind of humid. But as we enter the park, we have some trusses here in front of the archway. No arch decorations yet. The trusses have been here for like a month now, and we've had a lot of trusses in the park, a lot of scare zone stuff to update today, and we're gonna go in depth with yesterday's announcement as well. And here are the trusses. I feel like they added a couple little lights on the top of them. So now we're heading towards the gates, and I can already see some scare zone props. It's also very windy today, sorry if it's hard to hear me. But we'll get a closer look at that scare zone later. Also, we have more trusses behind the archway here. As we enter the park, we have a lot of speakers set up, and some pyro maybe, and some stuff. Lighting, this is definitely for the opening ceremonies for Horror Nights. And there's that scare zone over there, but we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna start in Hollywood. We have a lot of new updates going on around here. So something interesting is that it looks like this whole area is kind of blocked off. I don't know why. It's connected to the scare zone. I don't know if they're trying to keep people out of these props or something, or maybe just the shop is closed. But as you can see, we have a new gate piece installed. A lot of new branches and stuff, and cemetery pieces installed. Some leaves. We had a couple of the foliage installed before, but now we have a lot more here in the zone. These statues are really cool, and we also have some webs. Scooby and the gang is about to leave to the cemetery. So we're just going to look at each of the set pieces, and I'm going to tell you guys what this scare zone is all about. But we have a lot of details here. This is another cool set piece with some hidden speakers. But yeah, it's like a whole little walkway with some fencing as well. So I'll put the description of the scare zone on the screen while I read it. But it's called Graveyard Deadly on Grass. On All Hallows Eve, a dark storm descends upon a cemetery and awakens long dead spirits. No one living can escape them. So there's going to be a bunch of like maybe zombies and skeletons in this zone. Maybe some ghosts and cemetery people. It's going to be really cool. I think over here we're going to have like a statue of someone blending in with the crop. But yeah, I can't wait for this zone. The theming in here is like amazing. So like I said, this piece looks really cool with the gate there. And we have another little piece over here with another cemetery prop figure. And this piece over here, you can see details like candles and everything. Webs, you have more planters, some speakers, and you have Sith right here too. Another planter here, a fog machine. Another planter with a gargoyle looking creature. He's pretty cool looking. Over here we have the prop shop. It's been closed for a couple months. We don't know if they're going to replace it with an Epic Universe Preview Center or possibly even a Nintendo World Preview Center. We have Superstar Parade out here, which ended on June 4th, but they're still having character meet and greets, even though I thought they were done with that. And it looks like the fountain show is also testing. Following yesterday's announcement, we have this awesome design here in the 5 and dime shirt with some merchandise. We have some shot glasses, or just glasses in general. And they are $12 for the glasses. We have the shirts here, which are $30. The back of the shirts don't have anything on them. We have the magnet here, which I'm assuming is about $10 or $12. It is $9 for the magnet. And we have the same shirt here, but we also have a hoodie or a jacket, and this is $65. And the back has the design on it. The front has this cool logo. We also have these posters here, which are the same design as well, for $18. And we also have a lot of the Little Boo and generic Halloween merch that was in the boutique store in Islands of Adventure has now made it into the 5 and dime. So we've covered this in our last video. A lot of Monsters merch too. This looks like a new shirt though over here. That one's pretty neat. And we have a lot of the ornaments from previous announcements. Blumhouse. It's pretty cool. As you can see, Pumpkin Lord is the main character on the shirt. He's going to be one of the scare zones. We will show you guys later. Across from the 5 and dime, we have the Pass Holder Lounge, which is open from 12 to 4 or 11 to 4. And another fog machine on the way in. But they're giving away the pass holder magnets for the month in this store and in Islands of Adventure in the comic strip area. So now we're waiting in line for the magnet. We just got our magnet. They're giving the magnets out for Pass Holder Appreciation Days. Pass Holder Appreciation Days began on the 15th of August, so 2 days ago. And they're going on for a bit. I will see if I can post a date on the screen if I find that out. So make sure you take advantage of special pass holder benefits like discounted hotel rooms, special menu items at different restaurants around the parks and in CityWalk. And we also have some other cool like benefits here and there, so make sure you just check the Universal website to see all of them so you don't miss any. But the Mummy magnet is supposed to represent the Mummy attraction reopening, which it hasn't done yet. We will show you guys that very soon. But yeah, I like that they brought the free magnets back. So we have this truss here in front of Central Park. That's going to be either directory lighting or like an entrance sign for the water show. And I'll put that up on screen because they did announce it yesterday. So it's going to be called Ghoulish, a Halloween tale. On Halloween night, a ghost story becomes reality as you go beyond the grave in a spectacularly spooky show on Universal Studios Lagoon. That's going to be really neat. I'm assuming they're going to feature some of the weekend's music in the water show. And hopefully feature maybe some of the IPs at the event, including monsters and maybe some other stuff. But we're going to find out. I think it's going to be really cool this year. Before we head into the scare zone, we have a food booth here. We have a lot of food tents and food booths set up around the park. We did show you guys last week when we were here, so I won't be covering them as in depth today. So make sure you check out that last video. But over here, if you listen to the recent Discover Universal podcast, they've confirmed a bunch of stuff for Horror Nights, including that this scare zone is going to have a giant barn right here. It's going to be the Scarecrow scare zone. We're going to have some scarecrows up here on the top and some victims in the bottom too. I can't wait for this barn to start taking shape. We also have a bunch of lanterns in the trees. It's kind of hard to see. Here's another look at some of the lanterns. So this zone is called Scarecrow Cursed Soil. At an abandoned farm, scarecrows have risen from the crust of the earth to hunt you and seek revenge. They'll harvest your screams. And this is a continuation from the Scarecrow the Reaping House from 2017. As you can see, we just have more lighting rigs in the rest of the zone, so not much else. And we do have a couple speakers and lighting in the grass here. Other than that, it's mostly the barn structure waiting to go up and some other props. Over here we have some of the same food booths we covered last week. Nothing new going on. A lot of these food booths are going to be themed to the original houses. So I don't actually know what this one's a witch one. We do have a witch house this year. So that's going to be cool. And these are just alcohol and other tents. The only update we have going on over here in the Kids Zone area is the new Shrek meet and greet location. Shrek meet and greet with Donkey used to be by the Shrek attraction, but now it is over here and it looks pretty popular today. There's new meet and greet locations in the old Barney gift shop. As you can see, we have Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey. All three of them are there right now. You can see some of the lighting in the food tents right there. I'd like to see how these look at night. We might come back here around park closing and see. Over here, we have the Simpsons area. And basically, we're probably gonna have chainsaw roaming hordes again. And they might be clowns, so that'll be really cool to see. As you can see, we have a lighting rig here. We have another food tent. And this food tent we did cover last time. There's a rumor that this might be a Chucky themed food tent, so we will find out soon enough. The police car and the officer have been missing in the Simpsons area. They're just going for a little brief refurbishment. They will be back soon though. Now as you can see a Horror Nights tent back there right now. We're not gonna head back there though. In most updates, especially last year, not really this year, we've covered the tents back there. And apparently some people have gotten in trouble for that. And I don't want to be a bad influence on you guys, and I haven't gotten in trouble and I don't want to get in trouble. And I mean, we're not going backstage or anything, just in park views, but we're not going to get any today. We have gotten a couple of views in our last video. If you really want to see some of the facade construction for those tents this year, they are on Twitter, you can find them, and on Instagram some accounts have posted some photos. And those two tents back there are going to be the Bug House Eaten Alive, and they're also going to be Descendants of Destruction, and we will cover those in a minute after we get off Men in Black. We will cover some more, all the houses announced this year. Construction walls were recently removed from this area, and we have a food tent here. Like I said, we're going to ride Men in Black now. Let's see if we can max out. So we just did Men in Black twice. I didn't max out in either of them. My gun was having little issues, and the Fusion exhaust ports were not working today. But we do have a guide on the channel if you do want to learn how to max out, because we've done it plenty of times. But now we're going to go back to the Horror Nights coverage. So we are not having a house here by Men in Black. Instead, we have a new location this year at the Fast and the Furious. We've shown the tent in the past. There's been no progress, so we're probably not going to cover it today. But over here, this is where the Nightmare Fuel Wildfire show is going to be. We got this announced yesterday, and we've been telling you guys that it's going to be coming back. All we can see is some lighting rigs. We can't really see anything. Speakers are set up, a curtain there. And over on the left side of it, we have the same thing, more curtains, more speakers. There's probably stuff when you go into the actual stadium, but like we can't go in there now until Horror Nights starts. So here's the description, I'll put it on the screen as well. The show that sparked a firestorm last year is ablaze with a new nightmare. The pyro and aerial performers are back to reignite your fears. And this year we have the full group of the Fuel Girls from the UK, they're here this year. Last time we were here, we saw this food tent, but it wasn't like fully decked out with the pumpkin. Now we have a whole pumpkin design on this food tent. It looks really neat. And this is like where they're gonna have the menu booth and everything. This is where we saw the pumpkin last time. So basically, when we get to the front scare zone with the pumpkins, I'll explain the whole pumpkin lore, but he is taking over the park this year. Like I said, I'll get more in depth in that, and I'll explain all the houses soon. So last week we were here, we covered all these cryptic food things, and it's all themed to the witch scare zone right out here. And we have a little moss on each of the little runes now, which is a new addition to these things. And there's a whole alcohol bar area back here. We did show it last video, but we're just gonna show you all the moss here on these structures. It looks like over here in the San Francisco area, we have a couple extra trusses in the zone, and we have this stage just like last week. We were here, no new additions, so I'm not gonna cover it too long. I'm just gonna talk about the details of the zone because it was recently announced yesterday. This zone's gonna be pretty neat. It's gonna be called Conjure the Dark. On the first All Hallows Eve, an evil sorceress called forth monstrosities from dark dimensions. Now your blood will fuel them. And I've heard that there might be some laser beams, because if you look at the icon of the picture, it looks like there's a little lasers in the picture. And there's gonna be like warlocks and goblins in here, so it's gonna be a really neat zone. Can't wait. So we're passing by the Fast and the Furious, and we've covered this in all of our recent Halloween Horror Night constructions. Every visit since Mardi Gras, we've covered the house for Fast and the Furious here. It's gonna be the Blum house during Halloween Horror Nights. There has not been any additions in any of our updates, so we're not gonna cover it today. We're just gonna save some time and cover some other Scare Zone stuff around the park. So we're heading in New York right now. We have a lot of updates over here between the Scare Zones and Mummy, and then the construction, rework, and paving. So I'm gonna go show you guys everything that's going on. We have a Blues Brothers show going on right now. The street is still blocked off at the moment. And Mummy is also closed right now. They had team member previews this past weekend, There is no date set for opening for normal guests at the moment. And then we have a prop here for Halloween Horror Nights. This is the 4th scare zone we're gonna cover. So when the Sahara Traders closes, that's gonna be a good sign of when Mummy's gonna reopen for guests. We will keep you posted every week though, until it opens. This shop will be closing soon. I know we've come in here like every week, but they've gotten rid of a lot of the merchandise in here and shifted things around. As you can see, we have checkout counters for photos now with the exit ramps for Mummy. They're not doing team member previews today, but we just have a lot of decor in here. The Mummy is now inside the store. We have some new theming by the current checkout counter. So the only updates to this zone since the last time we were here is that this street has reopened and they've put some new food tents over here. We have a brand new tribute store facade. The movie theater tribute store did shut down. So now we have this one and we'll get a more in-depth look. And then yesterday, they just added these candy decor to the stand over here. And I'll tell you what this zone is in a minute. So some of these treats are gonna be in the tribute store at the end. We'll talk about the tribute store in a minute. But over here, this zone is called Sweet Revenge. The sweets from Major Sweets Candy Company have turned children into crazed killers. This Halloween's all trick, no treat, and total mayhem. So this is gonna be a really cool zone as like a lot of the trick-or-treaters are gonna be turned into mutants. And then we have the tribute store, and let me talk about that in a minute. So we have a brand new ticket booth over here, which is just decor. I don't know why it's not focusing on it. And over here, we have a bunch of newspapers that were in like the exit of the old tribute store. And then we have the Dead Coconut Club presented by Monsters. We'll see if the Red Coconut Club's actually gonna transform. I'll play a clip of what it looked like on the way into the park today. And yeah, so we'll keep you guys posted with that, and we're gonna check it on the way out of the park today. But I can't wait for this tribute store, it looks awesome. From the latest press release, it says that this tribute store will start you in a pumpkin patch, and then you go into a cemetery, and they also have a bunch of the spots where you can purchase your photo to go in the hallway, and that'll be in the cemetery section. And then after that, you'll go into like a witch's hut, and then the last room is gonna have themed to Major Sweets, and it's gonna tie into the scare zone. They're also gonna have some Mardi Gras floats in the scare zone as confirmed on the Discover Universal podcast. Monsters Cafe is being rethemed to a Minions Cafe. We have new decor on these food booths over here. We might come back at night and try to see what these look like. So Shrek is being replaced by Minions as well. Conveyor belt type attraction themed to Villain Con. But right over here we have the Horrors of Halloween scare zone. And this is the main zone where Pumpkin Lord is gonna be in this year. As you can see, we have pumpkins all over the trusses here. And right in the middle, we do have Little Boo. Let's see if we could find him. And here's Little Boo right there. Like I said, this zone is called Horrors of Halloween. The description is, the Pumpkin Lord, the spirit of Halloween, has taken over this year's event, summoning hordes of fiendish creatures. Terror has taken root. I'm excited for the different characters in this zone. And while we head to Islands of Adventure, we're gonna talk about the different houses that were announced yesterday. So of course, we've already had the weekend that was announced. We have Halloween that's announced based on the original 1978 film. And the weekend's gonna be based off of his After Hours album. It's gonna have stuff from the music videos, but also some original concept stuff in the house. We're gonna have Blumhouse featuring the Black Phone and Freaky. We're gonna have Universal Monsters Legends Collide, which is gonna have Dracula, Wolfman, and the Mummy all fighting over an amulet. And that house is gonna be crazy. And then we have the original house that were also announced. We have Spirits of the Coven. A coven of beautiful flapper witches will lure you into their 1920s speakeasy, reveal their haggish true form, and turn your scream squad into a witch's brew. They'll be cackling, you'll be screaming. Bugs eaten alive. While touring a 1950s home of the future, you'll be surrounded by the slime of bugs everywhere as hordes of many-legged terrors descend upon you and your scream squad. You'll be dropping like flies. We have the Fiesta de Chupacabras. Visit a Latin American village where the legend of the creature Chupacabras is celebrated with the colorful fiesta, and the streets are lined with the crimson blood of tourists like you and your amigos. Hellblock Horror. Enter a prison whose savage inmates are monstrous creatures. If they break free from their cells, it's a death sentence for everyone. And this house is supposed to feature some characters from the past years of Horror Nights. So you're gonna see some familiar faces in there. Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wake. In the New England fishing village, undead fishermen emerge from the waves to seek their revenge. You and your Scream Squad may have escaped their hooks in the scare zone. Now they're reel you in and drag you under. And that's going to be a continuation of the zone from 2017. And then lastly, the last original we have is Descendants of Destruction. And careful not to leave any of your Scream Squad behind as you descend the subway tunnels of a deserted New York. Lurking in the dark are hungry mutants looking to feast on the last remnants of humanity. And that's going to be a continuation of Seeds of Extinction, possibly a prequel to The House from 2018. I'm excited for that one.
We gotta move fast for her to get to all the haunted houses tonight.
Food first, then monsters.
Monsters? Guys, relax. None of this is real.
You did not just get pizza fries on my jacket. I'm out.
Guys?
Perfect.
I can't believe you actually enjoy this.
I love this.
Seriously? They not real. Okay, that's definitely not real.
Best house yet. Oh, awesome.
Step into the horror classic, Halloween. The Weekend, After Hours Nightmare, and more. Summon your Scream Squad to Universal's Halloween Horror Nights.
So now we're in Islands of Adventure, where we have an update to cover right away. We have construction walls around the Christmas shop by the entrance of the park. As you can see right over here, it's just probably for temporary refurbishment, and they will probably reopen very soon. Yeah, but yeah, the port of entry Christmas shop. So we're gonna start in the Marvel side of Islands today. We're gonna start off the day with Hulk. Hopefully it's a pretty short wait. It doesn't look like that it's that long today. It looks like the normal wait is like just a 15-minute wait, so we're just gonna hop on. So Hulk had a pretty short wait. We did it twice just now, and it did not have the audio on either of the rides. But now we're gonna head around probably to VelociCoaster. We have a construction wall still here in the Marvel area. They're just doing some repavement work in this whole courtyard area. And Spider-Man does have a single riders. We might come back and ride it. We're gonna head towards VelociCoaster. This Toon Extra store in the Toon area is where you can also pick up your pass holder magnet for pass holder appreciation days. You can get the mummy magnet here. And it looks like we have some construction walls here as well. And here's the other side of the construction walls by the Popeyes entrance. Just got off River Adventure. We did the back row and I didn't get wet at all. We're gonna head towards VelociCoaster now. We're gonna head down to VelociCoaster now. And now we're heading into the courtyard. Let's check out the wait time for Veloci. Single Riders is open and a 35-minute wait for VelociCoaster.
Metal detection. Make sure to empty any beverages into the sink before placing it in the locker.
And one of the first stops is our bronze raptor statue. There's only two
other side of the
over
locker.
Beijing, China, over at the Universal that we opened up back in September. The only difference with the two statues is the one over Beijing, all the mouths are on the back of ours is our Sonic element with the ride vehicle. The one little funny little Easter egg is this one has 5 cars. Our train's actually got 6 cars. Really weird. We don't know what happened. Introducing to you to Charlie, Delta, and Echo. Those are the main 4 in our Raptor pack. They're very smart, very intelligent, very deadly. They are very strong carnivores. Right here is our boost room. This is where our vehicle will reach 70 miles an hour. It's the fastest part of the ride. So you guys can go on through. Our track is magnet driven. We'll kind of move you really fast from 0 to 50 to 3 seconds, and from about 40 miles an hour to 70 to 2.4 seconds. When these flashing red lights, that tells us the run is happening. And there goes our Raptors.
And there are 7 different animations, right?
We have 6. And they cycle through each individual once. More internal part about the actual ride with this new technology. You hit Peacock, or one of our streaming formats. We actually do have a 20-minute making of the ride itself. And it does explain a little bit about this pod. It's kind of cool. It is just straight through the window. The lighting matches with everything in here. You can see that's my thing. Where we kind of explain a little bit about the veterinary work that works with the raptors, and also the genetic of how we created the raptors and a lot of the other dinosaurs here in the park. That is Delta. She is the most aggressive raptor that we have. She's 2 years old. She will stand about 7.5 feet tall when she's on her hind legs, but she's about 13 feet long and really nice tail. So what she's able to do for being in here is to protect her eyes, her nose, her teeth, make sure everything is safe with them, and they're nice and healthy. Get very excited when they are together, because that means they're just going to have a lot of fun, so we do break them apart. With Delta across the way, we have Mr. Echo. Echo is also 2 years old. They are siblings. They were all raised together. The only thing with Echo is she wanted to be the, kind of the linchpin. She wanted to be the informal alpha. So she challenged you at a younger age, about a year old. And what we're doing on this, we actually made her a scar down the side of her muzzle on the right side of her face. So if you only have to go to that side of the queue, you will be able to see that scar on the right side of her face. It actually did at one point ruin the part of the bone on her lower mandible, so it actually made it for her smear is kind of like a class. It's a little gnarly. Not your fun. They also are the ones who made the Big Boy 8 across the pathway. So it's a very fun company. They make a lot of work. If you have the Jurassic World live tour, which travels across the world and kind of countries, they're actually touring here. It will be here in Orlando in January. They made all the dinosaur towers as well. Very impressive. I saw it the last time they toured just before COVID happened. And when the big T-Rex came out, room went silent. And she just walked. We'll talk to her a little bit more. This is so cool. Now looking into the paddock here, this is the first half of the ride, where we actually put you in with the Raptors, and we'll send you through this little tunnel here up from our top hat element. We'll send you up to the second half of the ride. Coming through down here, you can actually see some of the scratch marks from all the Raptors. So as they try to get closer to the vehicles, they got very sharp claws, so you'll start to see them start clawing up the exhibit. When we start noticing more of them, our ACU team and our trainers will keep more monitoring system on them, make sure that they don't get too close to the active vehicles. There we go for that big one. And photo time. We do 4 inversions on this ride, with 2 of them are inside the paddock and 2 of them are outside. So the first is right when you come out the launch. This is our second one, and of course our famous inverted stall and the motor source are outside. We do have one raptor that is visible from our paddock windows. If you look through the track, you can actually see Charlie. She's the kid of the group. She likes to be the prankster. She likes to play tricks and fun things on her siblings. And she's the most active. She loves playing with toys. We do have the transport crate right here, so when we move our raptors over to the raptor encounter where Blue always kind of likes to hang out, we send them in there and we transport them across the pathway. And then we'll bring her back to be with the rest of them. We put them in the stables with them. I just want to send you guys away from them. We do have to do track walks periodically.
Do dispatches every like 30 seconds?
Well, we try to send it about every 30. We have some notes and also speed information. This is kind of keeping us on track with the Raptors. One thing I noticed, we do have a highlight there, need to increase the speed very soon. We have clocked Blue in at 68 miles an hour, so we're trying to keep our train at 70 as fast as possible. We do have different little radio here, and then we do have a fun little thing. So all of our attractions do get a project number when they're being created, and our project number was 791. We actually left our number right down here. That is the speed gun. 791.
791.
It's that thing of excuse you, where people have said that this ride will go 80 miles an hour. They're looking at that. This ride will never go 80 miles an hour. It cannot make it over the top hat safely. So that's like a fun little, this is really a good view of how we would manage this ride versus the speed. And, yep, brake plates just went down, and that allows the train to go.
Please fill in all available space, keeping up with the party in front of you. For your safety, please stay off railings and curbs, especially as you enter the stable.
Where's the red lights? There it is. It should go back up. There it is.
Block train.
So I was just heading by the front of the park, but we did our 2 rides on VelociCoaster, the front row and the back row. We got a facilities tour, so that's how we got the second ride. She got some exclusive areas on our tour to show us, and we put it in the video. Our tour guide did not want to be in the video, so we didn't have her in there. But we're just gonna see how long Haggard's is, see if we can get a ride on it, and we're gonna show you guys the boutique store as well. We've been heading up to Southern Fairly a lot recently, but we're gonna probably skip on it tonight. After we check on Haggard's and the boutique store, we're gonna head back to studios because we forgot to show you guys a couple horror night stuff, and we're gonna see if we can see some nighttime lighting around the park. We guys keep you guys posted. Also, VelociCoaster was running really smooth today. Usually I'm getting like shaky trains, but today it was running really nice. We've been covering this for a while, but we have the construction walls right outside the Sinbad Theater for whatever reason. We don't know what's going on with the attraction, but we will keep you guys posted. And as we head into the boutique store, which is themed to Halloween now, we do have the preview merchandise in here as well. And we were in this store last time we were in the park, but they have the preview merchandise. They have all the Little Boo and the Studio Screamers merchandise with the new Studio Screamers shirt. Generic Halloween merch. They've stocked the whole shop up. We got the Monsters shirt, crop top hoodie.
I think
really cool stuff in here. And we also have these two new shirts in the boutique as well. And here's the Chucky merch. So Hagrid's only has a 65-minute wait. Islands of Adventure has been really quiet today. Studios was a little bit busier when we were over there. And we also just got 2 rides on Hagrid's. We did single riders, and I was able to get a re-ride as well. Amazing. So now we're gonna head back over to Studios to see the food tents lit up at night. We still have construction walls around the Griffin. I don't know why, I guess they're just doing a little bit of refurbishment, maybe on the floor, like the concrete around him. They're walking fast because they're trying to enter Studios right before it closes. And it closes in like 10 minutes. Even though the carousel has been opened, the arch here in Seuss Landing has not been like reconnected again. Hopefully they will fix that soon. Something I forgot to show you guys is that the construction walls here in front of the Christmas shop. The Christmas shop is actually still open. It just has construction walls in front of it. As you can see, open during construction. Port Adventure Christmas shop. So you can still enter the store. Also at the exit of Islands of Adventure, we have some construction walls because they're just doing some probably concrete refurbishment. They're redirecting us to this exit of the park. This is a new temporary exit off to the side. They've used this for special event entrances before. And here's the other side of the construction walls. Here's another view of it. Now we're gonna pick up the video as we get over to Studios because I'm about to run over there. Also, so we're back in Studios and this is some dust from when they moved one of the set pieces. We have cinematic celebration going on. We're just trying to see some food tent lighting. So look at this lighting for the food tents. This is amazing. Gonna get some photos. And we have the rumored Chucky tent down there. And here's the witch one. This is awesome. I can't wait for the event to start. These tents are bright too. We just have some other beverage stands. We haven't had any. I'll show you the other food tents as we head around the park. The pumpkin is not lit up tonight for some reason. The food tents over here in the witch area are also not lit up tonight. Fireworks from the cinematic celebration. This is what I forgot to show you guys earlier today. They have this whole setup. They have this whole setup in Sting Alley with like it's a food tent looking thing. And they have it looks like it's gonna be themed to like meaty meats. It's really neat looking. I don't know if there'll be scare actors in here, but we have another food tent set up here. And there is another food tent theming stuff down there. And yeah, these food tents are not lit up and nothing in the scare zone's lit up. No lights on the tribute store facade. Here's the food tent lit up. And nothing with the zone, no lighting. We still have fireworks on the way out the park. Before we end the video, we have a couple things I want to show you guys in CityWalk. So the tribute store has an advertisement for the Red Coconut Club, and it's called the Dead Coconut Club. And it's probably going to be a transformation for Horror Nights, and it said Universal Monsters, so it might even be transformed as like a club in CityWalk during the event. And we're going to see if we see any stuff going on tonight from outside the windows. But there's probably not much going on tonight. And then I also want to show you guys Universal's great movie escape, also in CityWalk, which we've been covering. I haven't noticed anything going on, but we will keep you posted each visit. And over here, we have the Universal's great movie escape, which is going to be featuring Back to the Future and Jurassic World escape rooms opening this fall. Universal has not announced any details regarding when they're going to open, the ticket prices. There will be annual pass holder discount. And also I've heard a rumor that if it's successful, they will add a Jaws escape room too. We will keep covering this every update we're at the park. I've not noticed any changes since they installed the signage, no new lighting or anything, but we will keep you posted. As we're heading around CityWalk, it looks like we have a bunch of people that's about to replant some shrubs and stuff over in this patch. Glad to see they're keeping it fresh over here. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for today's video. We've showed you everything going around the parks, all the Horror Nights updates and everything. We might be back Friday. We're definitely gonna be at SeaWorld though for my last visit to Electric Ocean this season. Show you some Howl-O-Scream updates, but we might even come back if they put out some more Horror Night sets this week. But yeah, we will keep you guys posted with everything going on in the park. Sometimes I post my videos late, so follow me on social media on Twitter @EthanHershaft and on Instagram @FloridaThemeParkPics, and we'll see you in the next one.